Hello everyone, I'm Chaotic. Welcome back to episode number 11 of Meatballcraft. In today's episode, we're going to make some moves into more magic mods. We're going to get some of the new specialty multi-blocks that are made custom for this mod pack, and just a general increase of other progression. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoy. So, yesterday's stream, what all did we do? We got to create a flight. We did all of this. So this is the implosion compressor. This guy is making us our good old hyperchitinous plate. This is our borax line. So this line goes all the way through from the initial rock crusher starts to making borax outright and then ejects it in the system. It also makes a bunch of hydrofluoric acid. So does this line, which is the calcium sulfate line. All of that managed to get us the radiation scrubbers so that we can manage the radiation in each chunk of our base for our soon-to-be nuclear reactors. We set up a new floor. This floor has a floor plan for enough reactors that it should get all of our early game passive fissile materials done nice and easy. And then we finally are ready to start setting up our first reactor. Reactors in this pack are super easy. There's base designs in the pack for 7x7x7 reactors, of which have all of the coolers and their exact amounts, and it'll even auto build it for you if you use the controller properly. And all you guys need to know about nuclear reactors here, honestly, is just keep the heat negative. Whatever designs you use, if you do want to use a custom one, you want to use one from LEU235.com or something, just keep the heat negative on the design, keep it passive, it makes it the easiest to manage. There's our depleted fuel. All we're missing from the Bloodmaster Tome is a soul shard that's full of blazes. A perfect 3. I made a quick and simple marble box essentially just to hold an upgraded mob duplicator so that we could kill blazes extremely quickly. Now if I toggle this guy on, the blazes were actually killing me, so we made some small adjustments so we could hit them from outside the cage. Okay, anyways, that gives us our soul shard. We killed 1,024 blazes with it on us manually. That gives us a soul shard bound to blaze. This guy is perfect. That is our Bloodmaster Tome. The world may get a little bit harder. Also, these are Kiramoto barbs, which we got from doing the, we did all the between land stuff. I was not going to remember that. I don't know why. Yep, so this is our Bloodmaster Tome. Just craft this guy, pull him out. Bada bing, bada boom. And we right click him. The world's going to get a little bit harder. This unlocks us the Bloodmaster Sage, which is going to unlock some recipes and stuff. And I think all the mobs that spawn near us are going to have even more buffed armor and such as well now. A small and simple permanent cold iron setup. Just auto pulverizes from a link and drops it on the floor. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna need like 700 of that for later. And now while that's going, we can work on getting the other stuff needed for this. So we need Ancient Entities and Corralis. I want to say that Corralis was just an amphibite lung, which are from the Ancient Entity, right? Yeah. So the Mysterious Clock. Like 6 of these. We'll spawn them right here. Oh, don't need to spawn them in Arcana. That's nice. Not that hard to kill. Hey guys, can you stop like knocking me way into there like that, please? Okay, now I should be able to hit most of you at the same time, right? Okay, that's all over the Divine Shards. We got 6 Ancient Entity statues. That is fine by me. I didn't even realize these were called Smash statues. So I actually only need 2 Corralis statues. I want to say I already have 2 Corralis statues. I do. We'll throw them both on the ground. We'll separate them because they might not work if they're stacked. And it's going to be, I assume, like the amphibite coral. Yeah, it just takes a second. God damn. My bad, bro. Needs advanced rocketry whenever you got Smash in here. Yeah, because using the Nether Sky Amber, we're going to need energy input, 2 fluids, 2 items, that's 5. And then we're going to need a 6 because we're going to need the controller itself. So we need 6 for this guy. But then we also need the Enderstone Crucible. That's what it's called. This guy is going to need another... Okay, 3. Alright. So we're only using... We only need 9 machine casing for this in total. That's not bad at all, actually. Since we already had all the ingredients passive, I decided to make a second turbine to guarantee that our power needs were met as we added more miners. Quick little crafting montage, just making all the different like hatches and such that you need for modular machinery for both of the structures we want. we do a nice and quick assembly of both our miner and our little crucible that needs to go with it to power it with liquid void. You guys, Endercraft. Actually, we can just take out half a stack immediately. Okay, and now we'll start getting the Terragenic results. That is Terragenic started. Nethengaic takes Vengeful Demon Eye, Polished Vengeful Stone, Vengeful Willful Stone. Yeah. And the Crimson Quartz itself, we're gonna need Wyvern Cores, Draconian Blocks, Ender Stars, Draconic Cores. Draconic Cores take Crystalline. Okay. Well, all of that's actually super manageable then. Okay, I'll try to keep this short. So we make a pretty basic setup. It all needs to be in one chunk, but this is an automated setup for getting the Demon Will crystals. We simply set up the two rituals. They overlap into each other perfectly. You set them up, they kill mobs underneath them to stimulate will crystal growth above them. They break the crystals off automatically. You start it with a couple that you get from the Nether Monument. Bam. So all the bosses. We need Scorcher statues, which I think we already have. We spawn and kill the two bosses we haven't done already, which are both the Nethengaic Wither and then King Bam Bam. Both of them super easy. Stick them in a marble box. We should already have Draconics. Bam. Iron core around this guy. We'll make our Crimson Quartz. So, Structure Frame Tier 3. Oh yeah, we need Mithrilium. God damn it. No, 24. 24 Mithrilium ingots. Can I make a Mithrilium block outright? No. Okay. So we begin the process of melting down all the essential that we need. We bring it all together. We do our infusion crafts. This took quite a while, but it wasn't honestly that bad. Bada bing, bada boom. Mithrilium. We combine it all together to make ourselves our chicken egg. Pretty easy. These structures on the map always have exactly enough needed to make a full mechanical chicken coop. So whenever you're trying to make your eggs and stuff, look for these. Super easy to find, super obvious, and very convenient. Whack 'em. Mithrilium egg. Every 24 seconds, he'll be spitting these guys out. Charcoal has EMC, and you just craft it directly with Mithrilium egg to make Mithrilium ink. It's easy. That is Mithrilium automated. Got that just on nice and passive. Okay guys, this is day number 2, hopping straight into it. We start working on getting to the next tier of miner, the Nethengaic. We'll make everything for the Nethengaic first. So we'll do Vengeful Demon Eye. On 32 of these guys. Perfect. Our 4 Crimson Quartz. That is everything except for our Dark Mithrilium. So our Mithrilium chicken that we made, the very last thing we were able to do on Wednesday, thankfully, did put in some absolute work. He's already at 110,000 ingots. Love to see it. Okay. Grab our Ender Book. Go to our End Portal. Oh, damn. So, might have produced a little bit of flux, making a specialty smelter that won't mix flux whenever it makes essential. Advanced. And advanced. And this should be Void Metal Essential Smeltery. Yoink. Mithrilium Smeltery. So the Mithrilium Smeltery produces 0 flux. Kind of just put them right here. Throw a few alembics down. And man, warded jars. They have an EMC values, so it's just, I'm so incentivized to just keep these for now. We infuse up all of our dark Mithrilium blocks we needed. Perfect. Formed its structure. Alright, now it just needs its fluid input. We set up the extract. The power's already good. We just need to set up the Bloodmaster Crucible. Okay, so we need 7 Bloodmaster blocks. We're going to need a Power Stone. Do we have to have a Power Stone? No, of course not. I figured as much, right? I decided to not finish building the Crucible yet, and we started moving on to the arc furnaces that we're going to need to actually use the Crucible anyways. And in these arc furnaces, we're going to put in some super enchanted graphite electrodes with unbreaking 233. Very, very nice. We pulverize a batch of will crystals. We then combine those pulverized crystals along with their respective ingots, and this gives us our specialty steels that we need for the overworlding fluid. Pop. Beautiful. Alright, this guy's been assembled. No problem. We need our fluid info hatch. Flip this guy. Should auto output now. Beautiful. Only out of, only into, only into, only out of. Laser, laser. Laser. Demonic, steadfast, vengeful, destructive, corrosive, and a stack of calcite gems. That is producing. Perfect. So with our Nethengaic miner up and operational, with fluid for days and days, we start looking ahead towards doing the solid state fusion. This is quite the craft, so this can be a lot of like basic and small passives here. You can make a boggy bee to do peat automatically like that instead of having to go through the forestry farm. You just simply need 5 honey per shot, and every time that lets you do a full cycle instantly. Alright, assassin bee does. We'll work on getting that. I should have done this way earlier. I brute force through bees previously. After lots of bee breeding, we get our assassin bee. We then have to get the honey smelter bee to actually make the BB gun. And then we use those guys to get our peat producing bee. We start up a bit more janky automation for this industrial apiary. Keep in mind that for this boggy bee and other bees that have a secondary specialty product, that the hive needs to be exactly the right conditions for the bee. You can check that in the JEI and scroll over the green check mark in the top right to guarantee they're the same, otherwise you won't get specialty drops. And so we hop into day 3 of 4 for this episode, and we go straight back to automating the solid state fusion stuff. For one, we're going to need some rolling machines. I don't want to waste too much time today. I want to be as efficient as possible, for our general production needs at least. 2, 3. We start a bulk craft of the coils. The cursed slime is just a crafting recipe from stuff we already did through the between lands. Okay, and then here we're using a strategy I recommend everyone do with their ME system. Set patterns for a full item, even if you know for a fact you don't have things for it, and the pattern can show you the exact number of stuff that you're missing for however much you want in total of your end result. Very effective, very easy way to start figuring out what you need to start getting passive and automated for your next progress. We'll make like 1,000 of that. None of the things for this were actually hard, so we just bulk all of them really. Now if we order the fusion coil, tells us everything that we're missing. That's about all our plutonium. So we'll need emerald, chrome, red garnet, yellow garnet, and iridium alloy plates in mass. No problem. Okay, superconductors. I was also using that to see what recipes I was still missing. Okay. So tin, beryllium, and coal, pulverized coal specifically, and copper plates. We'll automate all of those. It's working just fine. That'll start getting our coal supplies in. Tin is good too. And we also get all the copper plates. Alright, so copper plates, pulverized coal, and pulverized tin are all in the process. Emerald plates will be finishing automatically. Beryllium, what it is. I'm like, there was one more basic thing before my grindstones that I needed to set up. Yes, so we get 1 cell in 65 seconds from ender powder, or we can do emerald dust instead and get 3 cells in 30 seconds. Nice and easy beryllium automation. Just use DMC links for the stuff. Grinder. So while I set up the 2 grinders, one for the mystical gems, which we already have automated, one for uranium ore, which we also already have passively coming in, I do want to say that you can put the grinders on any side of the basic grinder multi-block, all 4 sides, and they can all operate at the same time. So I've been doing it very inefficiently here, and I don't realize this for a long time. We manually compress the red and yellow garnet plates that we need. They're super quick and we don't need a lot. Now we just need a crystalline lens, which is going to take mana steel, which we just bulk crafted enough of last week, and crystal ball. I don't know how to do these rituals. Honestly, I was pretty worried about this, but this is actually super easy. Yellow chalk in the middle, white chalk outline, purple chalk outline outside of that, and then you just simply put in all of your components and you sit there and watch the ritual. It only has to be within like 20 blocks or so of your main setup. I'm gonna make a bunch of glass pans just because I don't think that this is gonna like this recipe if I wanted to autocraft this. So this should let us make a fusion controller already. And we wait while it crafts. Solid state fusion. Bam. 14 of these because I think I'm only missing the stuff for 2. We'll start them crafting because they take a bit from the small micro crafts. Okay, we can make the last 2 as well. Perfect. Huh? Good enough for me. This guy doesn't do anything weird, right? Like, there's no, like, explosions or anything from the Tech Reborn Fusion guy. I don't feel like I remember anything like that. So I need 4 plasma wood, which needs sacred wood and void shurikens. Which is going to need the Gaia altar. Okay, and to make the altar, we start up by just making some more terra steel that we needed. We go and we make our Gaia ingot blocks. We make ourselves some glimmering dreamwood. We make our Gaia pylons we need. We walk outside, we hit it with the stick to assemble it, and bam! It's done. I just realized too, we actually need a lot more Terra Steel than what I made. Can we get to this Terra Steel crystal anytime soon? Gaia Spirits, Gaia Mana Spreaders, or whatever. That's all, like, fine. Greater Gaia Spirit, we already have those. Arcanium Blocks, Dremix, and Parasecta. You need to spawn those guys in using the Wizard's Book. Going back to Arcana, then it sounds like, because I want to do that instead. Maybe it'll save me a little bit of mana. The Wizard's Book. This takes Arcanium. Okay. Is he? He's somewhere. It's a moth. Gaia Tesseract. Alright. Is this gonna just teleport me immediately? Teleports me. There's a building. I'm pretty sure there's a thing that we can unlock later that'll give us access to oh, I didn't even notice the ancient entity on the top. I just thought that was like a design for a good amount of time, longer than I want to admit. We got our Terra Steel crystal. I assume that's probably the only cool thing in this dungeon, right? Get me out of here. Alright, dislocated. Alright, so this guy, with just a couple of Gaia Spirits and some Mystical White Petals, goes absolutely ham on making some Terra Steel. This is substantially more efficient than having to actually manually craft any of the Terra Steel we were going to use soon. Beautiful. 48 Terra Steel. Alright, that was totally worth the time. That was way quicker. And crafting all the Runes of Pride that we need. 48, unfortunately. We go and start up the craft in our Gaia altar. This will take a while, so we deviate. Oh, I forgot to do with the void, so we need to go through the vat. The vats were also pretty easy. We got some Endermen, captured them, grinded up their Ender crystals into the grains of the end, mixed together some Enderman heads and mushrooms for nutrient distillation, mix that together with the grains of which we just collected from their corpses, and there we go, do the void, easy. And so to end off day number 3, we grab our shurikens, we grab our stuff from the Gaia altar, we combine it all together, make plasma wood, and that was pretty much the end of the stream. We kind of just looked around at recipes for a little while, and right into day number 4. So, we were going towards the Endergenic Mythical Void Resource Miner. We got everything for the plasma wood yesterday, and that should actually be finished now, inside of our fusion coil up on floor 3. Perfect, okay. Everything else about this is fairly reasonable, except for we're going to need some Aerco stones. And that's pretty much it that's blocking this guy specifically. However, we're going to need the Nethengate Fluid, which requires a Dreading Crucible. The Dreading Crucible itself is going to require, like, our Nethengate Rune, which takes Dreaded Steel, which takes a Dragonfire Crucible. The Dragonfire Crucible is going to take a Dragonfire Forge, so that we can actually make Eternal Dragonfire itself. Let's do some Warper exploration maybe today. We already had the stuff for Diamirisma Warper. We just had to encode the recipe. Have everything for it. Perfect. Can we make Fiorado as well, or is it blocked by something in Horcrux? Hearn Altar. All it makes is this. To run the Hearn Altar, we're going to need Liquid LP, which comes from the LP Harvester. I decided to take the Warper plane instead and get distracted from actually making forward progress, so we get to go and loot around real quick. What are you guys doing in here? Crystal Matrix ingots. Okay. Basic Greatwood trees. What's this? A gem crystal cluster. I don't even know what these are. I've never seen these before in my life. Is this gonna be a boss? Yes. Okay, he didn't fare well, but that's fine. Wait, the correct soul vials. These guys, right? I collected these pumpkins from the other one because I noticed that the pumpkins just seemed odd. So, a Ghast, a Frost, a Cyclops, and a Skeleton. I bet you those are the soul vials we need to craft around that astral animator. Oh, new structure, new structure. Hello. What's in here? Arrow damage. The puzzle and some draconic upgrade keys later, and that's pretty much all that was there. Okay, so we got the 4 soul vials and the animator crystal. I'm pretty sure, based on it saying that it needs to be from that that event, this should be good, right? The mark of the arbiter. I don't even know what this does. I can only presume that's going to be required at some point. Back to working on the miner, we need to get furtive combs from a specialty bee. The bee is supposed to be found on a warper plane, but we're just going to make one instead. Sheepish queen. These guys are going to produce 25% of the time furtive combs. Enriched canola was the normal actual additions process, didn't even show it. Time to fight the Aerco. I figure right here is fine, right? Bring a good bow, but they're shuriken immune. This has got to be some kind of sick joke, right? I'm gonna let this guy hit me for a second. Or the mob crusher, I mean, but okay, it does. Let's let this guy hit him. He does like a few hundred damage each time. That was a little bit more annoying than I anticipated. Now, we want 4 of these. We just need the 4 blackthorn. Okay guys, a quick little speed run here. We need the Ferrado warper, so we're going to need a Horcrux. The Horcrux is really simple, just need some multi-blocks. Sterilize sacrificial altar, nice and easy. Set it up with some auto blood input. We make the PE sterilizer, we need that fluid too, nice and easy. We set up using some fluid lasers and some ender tanks. And then we also make the LP harvester. We need another fluid. These are both going to be fed into our beautiful little Hearn altar that we make. None of this was too difficult to make, and this guy produces our Horcruxes. Nice and easy. I didn't really show too much of this process. We already knew how to make all these blocks. We already had all of this, so it was just a matter of crafting mostly. Ferrado warper. Man, that wasn't a rabbit hole at all. Ta-da! Alright, Ferrado. Okay, we can fly here. Good start. Movement speed. The Watchers. Okay, around a floating guy. Be so honest. Okay. You're actually gonna blow up your own stuff. Alright, to kill all of you real fast then. Okay. I hope I didn't lose anything from the chest that was on this side. Shield capacity. Okay, Ender Chicken. So it took me a while to even start killing this guy because for some reason the title Great Blade, whenever you hit the chicken with it, doesn't break the shield like any melee attack is supposed to. But I figured that out in a second. I left clicked it with my shuriken and it broke? Seriously? You gotta be f***ing joking me. Attack damage key. Belt of the Meteor. And a shield recovery key. Wait, a tree? A blackthorn. That. Blackthorn, Skullking, and the blackthorn sapling too. And there goes most of my tree. Dumb. What's this? Haven't seen this one yet. An Eden chest. Arrow speed. Oh my god. Blessed stone. So this gives infinite altar power to the Bewitchment altar. Be careful, this block is unbreakable. I can break it with the master spell Perditio. Alright, let's go home. Not seeing anything else here that's too interesting. Oh my god. 4 Aerco stones. 4 plasma wood. Dragon egg cruxes, 8 of them. 32 structure frames. And with all that, we're finally building the miner. We're gonna need like 3 other multi-blocks for this guy. Because he requires Nethengaic fluid. Nethengaic fluid is gonna take a dreading crucible with blue firestones, enchanted gunpowder, Nethengaic runes. So we already have the enchanted gunpowder, we get that automatically. The blue fire stones, we get that from the same thing. So we got those in mass, so we're gonna need just the Nethengaic stuff. So yeah, we'll just need Nethengaic runes in this crucible. Nethengaic runes take transformation powder, which we need to make the Carbonite and Power multi-block for. We also need dreaded steel ingots. Dreaded steel ingots require a Dragonfire crucible. The Dragonfire crucible also requires eternal Dragonfire, which requires a Dragonfire forge. So we need a forge and a crucible. The Carbonite and Power is slow, so we're going to start on that one first. So we capture a little tower borer. We then mob duplicate them for their essence that we can turn into Carbonite that we need. 18 blocks of this. 4. We assemble him together using our beautiful stick. Transformation powder. These take a raven feather and a glowstone dust, and then 50 stelae. I was going to just melt down garnets for my stelae, but then I realized that there's actually a bunch of different viz seeds. I've never really messed with this before, but I decided to go make a stelae seed. It was pretty easy to make, pretty cheap. We set it up on some basic little olive farming, and then we have raw stelae directly to use for this guy. And just like that, we finally have the transformation powder started. And we're finally on it. We're going on the dragon hunt. We prep our scanner. These will scan and show us all of the piles of gold and silver that are inside of each little dragon den, so that we can get a bunch of the fire and ice hearts that we need to build up our forge. Unfortunately, and quite amusingly, our very first dragon we find is a lightning dragon, so the search continues. Okay guys, and this is the very first fire dragon we found on the surface. We're going to need quite a few more of these, and we're also going to need a bunch of ice dragons. I'm going to actually skip over all of this. Editing Chaotic here is seeing that this is about 100 minutes of footage on hunting these dragons. So we're going to skip to the very last dragon, and we'll get on with making the multi-blocks. We didn't find anything interesting, it was just finding dragons only. After quite the long and arduous search, we were finally able to find the very last ice dragon that we needed. Needed his heart to make the last block for the Dragonfire Crucible. Dragonfire Crucible blocks dragon bones, those or whatever. He's going to need 32 of both bricks. Dragonfire Forge is going to need 24 ice bricks and 6 fire bricks. So the ice and fire bricks that are needed here do take a bunch of dragon scale. However, we're able to make replicatable dragon scales by using the Aldenari that we found a couple of episodes ago from finishing Meatballcraft. Okay, ice brick. That's okay. Alright, so that's a stack of both bricks. That should be fine. And with those blocks, we finally set up the forge. We then set up the crucible. We start up the first Eternal Dragonfire recipe. We link it on over to our input hatch. One of both of these. Fire Dragon Steel. Ice Dragon Steel. Five dreaded steel ingots. Bink, bink, bink. Okay, perfect. 10 Nethengaic runes. And now we just need the Dreading Crucible multi-block to mix it all together to make our Nethengaic fluid. And it'll be a little bit more expensive, but it should be pretty quick. And so we go and we bulk more Dragon Steel, which we then bulk into more Dreaded Steel. Our 45 ingots, we take them on over to a compressor. You can't craft these into blocks. And then we're finally able to construct it. We then batch a set of 10 because that's all we had the resources and the will to do right now, but that's 80 buckets or about 17 hours of constant production from the miner, which should be absolutely plenty to get us the divine stars we need to keep progressing. Okay guys, and with getting that miner up and online and prep for the next streams and videos, that's going to be the end of episode number 11. Thank you so much for watching these videos. It's been an absolutely fantastic passion project, and it's actually been going even further than that. As of editing this right now, I think we're at 102 subscribers, which is a number I just really never expected, that there's that many people that are just waiting and wanting to watch the next episode. I really appreciate all the support on this series, and I will keep it going. We're going to beat this pack together, and I'm going to try to edit a little bit quicker, but I'm starting to put in even more time into my editing, making sure I condense stuff, and this video is also just a long amount of content. Don't forget to check out the VODs if you want to. They'll be updated every single day after stream. My streams have been a little bit spotty because Thanksgiving and family and stuff, but they'll be going back to normal very soon, and I just really want to say thank you guys. It's been a really fun time for me, and it's made a very positive impact on my life. I really appreciate it. Have a fantastic day.